Good evening. Good evening. Friday Night Live with Matches 860. Enjoying some half and half in a 673. It was Haunted Bookshop a few minutes ago, but as usual, that went out right before I went on. It is 68 degrees in central Connecticut, under looks like partly cloudy skies. Big stuff tonight, big announcement to make. I see that Briar Blues, Mike is in the audience tonight. We will be talking a little bit about Briar Blues and his contest, which is somewhat related to this live stream. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to take a few minutes to look at who's out there. Right off the bat, I see the person who sent me the half and half, piping and camping. This is 1960s vintage half and half. It's excellent. Captain Clench, Blue Dog, Yardism, who I was watching right before I got set up tonight. Doug Owen is in the house. Everything is gonna be okay. Pipes and kayaks. Wharf Valley Boy. Pascal Heap, John Walker, Bottleneck Piper, Rich B1, Derek Hill, Hoosier Piper, Pongo Briar, Barry Becker, glad to see you. I know you've been traveling around. Drum roll, the Artful Codger. We may be speaking about him this evening as well. Peter, Smooth Piper, Flatcap Piper, David Morgan. How's everything in Pittsburgh? Oh, he's saying hi to Pittsburgh Piper. All right, I got to light this baby up again. And I should open my ginger ale. 85 in the house. I was thinking I'd wait until we hit 90 before I started my spiel, so we can include as many as possible. Robert Dawson, thank you very much. I'm pretty classless, though. Pipe Writer, great to see you. Newton Piper. We got a crowd tonight. Bob Laughlin, good evening. David Morgan. Doing fine in Pittsburgh. I'm known as the Pittsburgh Piper. Okay, now we got that squared away. Yes, Doug Owen mentions Phil Rivara making the pipe reamers. You should check those out. Very high quality stuff, all made by hand. He's actually a machinist as well as a woodworker. Good evening from Germany. Very glad to see you. Austin Byerly, great to see you as well. Curmudgeon Piper. Luke Reisner, always glad to see you. Okay, we got 96. We can start the show. And this gets a little complicated. And anyone who's watched me any amount of time in the past knows that I don't do all that well just talking off the cuff. So I've had to create a little script. Ooh, Kristen Close, thank you very much for the tip in the tip jar. We love it. I'm going to put my pipe down, open the ginger ale. Cliff Higgins, hello. And we will start. And I want to start actually because I had mentioned Briar Blues, Mike. Mike is having a contest. He did a video about it this past Monday. He did a video this afternoon. You'll want to check those out. He's giving away a 7-day pipe set, which is beautiful. Great pieces that he's got included there, and he's thrown some extra stuff in. If I have the conditions of his contest right, you're going to have to go to his video or videos, those two I mentioned, after my live stream, and leave a comment as to what the big news regarding Briar Report is. And hopefully I will explain this well enough so that you can condense it down to a comment. So everybody knows over the last few months, we've really been pushing people to get onto briarreport.com, briarreport.org. You've seen the BRTV mugs, which we really didn't say too much about because that's all part of this. And what Briar Report and those of us who have gotten involved in this are trying to do is get as many pipers and cigar enthusiasts to use Briar Report as their hub. We've made an attempt in the past to kind of keep up with each other on YouTube, but it really gets difficult because you have to be watching all the same people as whoever it is you're talking with. I know even when I get together with Pipes and Kayaks or with Sarge, or if I'm talking with Artful Codger or Eric Blue Collar Pipe Smoker, we have different people that we watch. And if we're all going to briarreport.com, briarreport.org, we're all getting the same information. We can all talk on the same sheet of music. So Briar Report has become extremely successful due to the high traffic to the website, due to people's involvement, due to myself and others really talking it up. So they have decided, or had decided some time ago, to invest in infrastructure which would allow them to host videos, something that they obviously don't do now. So that when you landed on the, I believe it's web, briarreport.org is where this is going to be linked to. there will actually be videos that you can watch, and a lot is going to depend on how much traffic the videos bring in for Briar Report as to where this goes. They've really got a decent system that they're ready to launch. It's ready to launch the beginning of next week. However, they have to be careful in the beginning that they're not overstepping what their budget is going to allow. The more traffic that they bring in, obviously, the more money from advertising they can get, which means they can have greater services or greater video content available. So in the beginning of hosting these videos, what they wanted to do was limit the number of uploads and the number of videos that they host until they can get a handle on all of the costs that are involved and so forth and so on. They aren't geeks, as most of us aren't, and they're going to be relying on their technical people to, make sure that they've got the bandwidth, they've got the server capability and all of that. So they're starting out with hosting 9 people's videos. And I will read off the list of the shows that are going to be available on BRTV, which is really what it's going to be called, BRTV. We have The Artful Codger, Ben, who I'm sure many people are already familiar with. Mike at Briar Blues will be putting videos up. The Cigar Society, hosted by John Laughlin, should be really good. Derek Tant will be adding his content as well. London Calling with Simon from across the pond, which is going to be excellent, as he always is. Some guy named Matches860 will be putting up some videos on BRTV. Padre Piper will be another person to watch. Professor Walker does some great stuff. We'll be looking forward to seeing what he puts up. And last but not least, Four-Eyed Piper, who actually, I think he's been on a year, 2 years, has made a big splash on YouTube. He'll be available on BRTV as well. So each presenter will have their own idea what they're going to do. I've already made my intro video for BRTV. You'll be seeing it maybe next week. It'll pretty much be the same as what I do on YouTube for videos. The other guys, I haven't talked to any of them about this. So we're going to have to wait and see what they're going to be doing. So that's pretty exciting right there. And again, the number of shows are based on what they believe the initial traffic's going to be. If the numbers end up being really good, They can add more people to host videos. We're going to have to see how everything works out in the beginning and the next couple of months. So the next part of this, have I lost anybody yet? 133. Terrific. The next part of this is we push the newsletter, and everybody must be wondering what's up with the newsletter. The newsletter is going to be the BRTV guide, which you will receive once a week, where they are going to start uploading the videos the beginning of next week. I'm not exactly sure about this, but you might see your first BRTV guide next week. Unfortunately, Briar Report couldn't be with us tonight, so I'm kind of going out on a limb on that. But anyway, the newsletter that you're all waiting for is going to be the BRTV guide. It'll be published every Friday. It'll give you the latest network news of BRTV. It'll have articles, letters to the editor, show spotlights, and new listings of new videos. And again, the videos will be on the .org, briarreport.org. Don't forget to visit briarreport.com, which is the news side of Briar Report. And I'll just repeat that Mike at Briar Blues will be promoting the Briar Report transition by doing his contest. And he is in the audience tonight, or was. If you have any specific questions about his contest, he's here, so hit him up. And good luck to everybody who enters the contest. That is the big news. It's going to be interesting to see how it all works out. Again, if we can support Briar Report, this may be a big site to go to other than YouTube. It most certainly will be more friendly because everybody who's going to Briar Report will be interested in pipes, cigars, tobaccos. So we won't get, hopefully, the trolls, the negative comments, the stigma that is sometimes attached to our videos. Chop Tank Sue, thank you very much for the tip in the tip jar. Mark in Rhode Island, good to see you. So, that is the big announcement. And I'm sure that everybody can condense that down to a simple comment for either one or both of Briar Blues videos. In case anybody was wondering, how did Briar Report come up with the 9 presenters? They did some statistics starting last winter and decided that those 9 would generate the traffic that they needed to get this off the ground. So no hard feelings to all of you folks out there who put out great content, which you all do, but they just couldn't open it up because you've got to have some control over the initial rollout. Bill Buchanan, great to see you. Daniel Leslie, you will have to rewatch the video because I already have a dry throat. Biophile, howdy to you. And I didn't have any other news for tonight because I worked on the script the last 2 days. Pretty much what I had to do was take some information out of a few emails that I got from Briar Report and put it into something that I could read fairly easily on my iPad. So it took me a little while to put everything together and didn't give any thought to any other news. It is 21 minutes past the hour. And I'll read a couple of comments here. Yes. I think Ben is right. You're also getting a wide variety with the 9 presenters, wide variety of content. And there is some cigar stuff in there from Cigar Society, did I say? Alex Lindley, I'm not sure about that. There are a number of interesting folks on YouTube and now will be on BRTV. I've often said some of my favorite people, they could talk about dirt and I'd still watch them. Pipe Tree, great to see you. Any recommendations on an over-the-counter tobacco blend I should give a try? I've gotten several comments and emails about that lately. And I don't know if this is Eric the Blue Collar Pipe Smoker, the stinkers in the house. I don't know if it's this time of the year that people return to old codger blends or what, but all of a sudden I got people asking me about Carter Hall half and half, Sir Walter Raleigh, Grandeur, Borkham Riff, you name it. I think they're all good, and I've said it before that well, we're so lucky that we have all this stuff available to us here in the US anyway. Some 2,000 blends, I think, at least are out there. And a lot of people will say, well, you know, why would you want to go back to the basic burley based stuff, which is over the counter, when you've got all of this, you know, your Virginia Periques, you've got your English blends, you've got this, you've got that. And as I said to somebody this week, there are days when you just want to go back to basics, you know? It's like in the wintertime when you want that grilled cheese sandwich and a bowl of tomato soup. Comfort food. David Morgan, I dig Sir Walter Raleigh too. I think I need some half and half right now. That's what I need. Thanks again to Piping and Camping. Ronnie Ewing, good evening to you. Eric, blue collar pipe smoker, hopes everyone is doing well. Usually he's got some kind of rude comment for people. Ah, you are very welcome, Briar Blues. I hope I didn't hack up your contest too much. I tried to remember what you said. And I hope you get a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Not competition. I hope you get a lot of people entering your contest. Yeah, Eric, I love the picture that you stuck my head on. What was that? A German girl at a Oktoberfest? Beautiful body, ugly face though. Mixture 79 or Haunted Bookshop, which would it be? It depends what kind of mood I'm in. Four-eyed Piper, I spilled the beans. Participation, thank you, Doug Owen. I don't know what I'd do without you, Doug. So I guess the other thing we could do to help out Briar Report, I don't know who's got what kind of contacts out there, but they'll be looking for advertisers. And I have no clue what their present traffic is. But I'm sure that down the road, if people know of anyone that might be interested in advertising on Briar Report, it's going to be a great opportunity. So in your dealings with whoever, tell them to consider advertising on there, because we can make this to everyone's benefit. If this all works out, it's going to be excellent for everybody. Pungo Briar got some crooner this week. I smoked crooner for maybe a month. I also smoked Gentleman Collar, which has deer tongue in it, like the crooner does. And I smoked that for like 6 months, and I finally got bored with deer tongue. But anyone who's interested, it is a nice change. Gives you a soft vanilla flavor to the blend. At least that's what I get out of it. Pipe Grump finishing some Dunhill Flake. Always enjoyed the Dunhills. Rick Jefferson. Ashton Artisan Blend. Thumbs up. Deer tongue, I believe, is a weed. I could be wrong. I thought I read it was a weed. This is 1960s half and half from Piping and Camping. I was doing some commenting back and forth before I went live, and I was smoking some Haunted Bookshop at the time. Uh-oh. Ben, I hope you don't want me to say that. A species of grass known by the common name deer tongue. It is native to eastern North America, including eastern Canada and eastern United States. A species of grass. Chop Tank Sue is having some nightcap in a church warden. Boy, that sounds good. C&D Yorktown. Never had it, but I have a lot of people asking me if I've had it because it's good. Ben can't say it either. He copied and pasted. Dry Fly Fisher 11. How many pipes do you usually have a day? It works out to be somewhere like 12 to 16, I believe. But sometimes half of those are smoking a half a bowl, so it's hard to figure out. Doug Owen says it's a little known fact that burleys will age nicely over several decades. Very interesting, because we usually hear that Virginias will age well and burleys just stay the same. I've always told people that as well. Daniel wants to know how many pipes I have on hand. I think it's in the 80s or the 90s. I've given away tons and tons, and I've gotten tons and tons. No pipes, please. No tobacco, please. Tips in the tip jar, I'll take them. $147 in the house. I can't believe that. Aha. So Doug Owen says, like wine, the burley has to be good quality to begin with. Low-end burleys will not age well. I have a cat pulling on my leg. Want to be on TV? Let's see if we can get him up here. Oh, there he is. This is my buddy. Want to get up here? There he goes. See yourself on TV? The camera's over here. There you go. Say hi. Say hi. Where's Summer? He likes to watch videos. Yes, Four-Eyed Piper, I would be happy to give BRTV another plug. In case you missed it, the gist of tonight's announcement was that on briarreport.org, they will now be hosting next week videos. And there will be initially 9 presenters who will be uploading videos. I forgot to mention that even though the system that Briar Report has for doing this has all sorts of capabilities, Initially, you're not going to see a lot of bells and whistles. So there won't be things like commenting on the videos. Hey, 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 careful there. Yeah, but they have told me that the equipment is able to handle stuff like that, but initially they don't want to go there, and I can understand that. So again, the next few months are going to be the trial run. We'll see how it all works out. I most certainly will be doing whatever I can do to help them out. I'm not sure what my upload schedule is going to be because if you look at my uploads for the last few months, I think I might have done 4 videos since springtime. I haven't done many. Just been too busy. So I'm not sure. Yes, Mike from Briar Blues brings up a point there that what you see on BRTV will not be available on YouTube. And again, I haven't talked with the other presenters that are in on this, but you could see totally different content on BRTV than what you're used to seeing on YouTube, which won't be true in my case because I'll just be doing the same type of stuff. The point is that you won't be able to see it on YouTube. You'll have to go to BRTV. Gandalf, your cat thinks you're talking to him. Of course he does. Don't you? By the way, his name is Sawyer, and he is sometimes fresh, but he's a good boy. Bull Moose Piper. I'll tell you, nothing is more rewarding than hearing somebody say, you inspired me to create a channel or to make videos. And I've always said, I'll never forget how difficult it was the first time to sit in front of that camera and talk to it. It's terrible. And I said, I will never make fun of anybody who makes a video because you really need to have some guts to start out doing it. At least I did. Pipe Dreamer 73. This Halloween, I will be doing at least one video on haunted lighthouses in New England. I'm considering doing a live stream Halloween night. Not sure whether that would go over. I forget what night Halloween is. Halloween's a Thursday night. We'll have to see. I don't know. Any interest for live stream Halloween night? I know some people would be busy taking their kids around. I happen to be off that night, so I could change the time if we had a bunch of people that wanted to do something like at 8 o'clock at night, 8 to 8:30 or 8 to 9. Maybe I could I don't know. I'd have to think about what I was going to do for it. Yeah, I'd have to dress up, I think. I don't know. I will toss that around over the coming week. 147, it is 40 minutes past the hour. We're going to hang on here for another 5 minutes because I think that's what I got out of this pipe. Lane 1Q. Yes, I've smoked it. Not bad, but it's not for me. BRTV. Thank you very much, Dallas Wynn. Phil Rivara, thanks an awful lot for jumping in. Hope you have a great weekend. Ralph McCauley, great to see you. Half and half from 1960s. It's really good. What do I know as an experienced smoker that I missed as a new smoker? For me, it was all about I had to wait to smoke a pipe till I was able to learn to slow down. If you can't slow down and relax, then you can't enjoy the pipe. At least that was my experience. And I've told people in the past, I was always hyperactive. And it took a lot of work to be able to get to the point where I could sit and enjoy this instead of the quick fix of a cigarette, which is no good. $40 3 minutes past the hour, 136. We're still way up there in the audience. I love it. And one last time, just remind everybody to get over to Briar Blues, watch his videos, and enter his contest for those 7 beautiful pipes in the pipe rack and the other stuff that he's thrown in. And hope that everybody will support the new Briar Report format when they get it rolled out next week. We wish them all the luck in the world. With that, I will say thanks to everybody for coming and listening, and hope you have a great weekend. We will catch you next week.